Hey everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your computer set up for your Python and MySQL courses. So we'll do them one by one. First of all, I'll just go ahead and download the Python executables that we need. So if you just Google Python, and I think the first link that comes up is going to be the one to use. And it's really simple. You're going to go to downloads and then go to Python 3. Whatever is the latest version, you just click on that and then it should download this piece of software, and we'll use that in a second. The second thing that we need is going to be PyCharm. So this is going to be the IDE that we're going to be using, and we can actually use the educational license, education edu version. Actually, you know what, let's just keep things simple and just going to use the community edition. So let's go ahead and do that. Download PyCharm, this one, and here we go. Community is free, so we are just going to be using all free software for this whole video and these two courses. So I'm just going to download that, and you can see this is a bigger download. This is 377 MBs. So while it downloads, I'm going to go ahead and install Python. So just going to click on that, and it'll ask, so it says that install for all, so we're going to click this one. Just before we click install, I want to show you install launcher for all users. That's fine, that's checked. And then I'm also going to add this 3.10 to path. So what this will allow you to do is basically go to command line and directly enter the Python prompt from there. So it's kind of nice to have, especially if you do not have any older Python versions. This is going to be great. I'm just going to see what's in customize. Okay, all that looks fine. So I'm just going to hit next. And install for all users, I find this to be the easiest because it's going to go into directly in the program files and under Python 3.10. So if it's your primary laptop or whatever, you can just go ahead and do that. Install for all users is fine. Okay, so we're going to hit install, and this is going to take a few minutes, I guess, or seconds, depending upon your speed of the computer. Okay, as it progresses, we're just gonna give it a second here. I think that shouldn't take that long. My computer, this one is a virtual machine, so it has limited resources, so it's taking longer than usual, but in your case it might be quicker. And once this finishes, I'm just gonna show you how you can start Python, and then I'll go ahead and install PyCharm, and then I'll show you how the PyCharm works. So this will be done soon. I'm gonna, in the meantime, open up my command line just by typing cmd here, click, and here we're gonna, so once it finishes, right, it's taking longer than I expected. There's a lot of stuff. All the libraries are getting extracted and all that, so it's taking a few minutes here. I wonder if it's already on the Python. Oops, that doesn't work. Nope. All right, so okay, so says setup was successful, and now what I want to do is disable path length limit. So the Windows puts this weird limit to how long the path can be, so 260 characters. We don't want that. Sometimes we'll have projects that have longer than that limit. So I want to say disable, and it will require administrative privileges. So you hit yes to that box, and then it says setup was successful. So now I'll open up a command line just by hitting typing cmd and hit enter. And now if I type in Python, you can see that it tells me that Python 3.10.6 is available. And you are in this, when you see these three greater than symbols, that is just the prompt. Now you can enter some Python code here. For example, if I do print, hello, oops, what did I type there? Jello. All right, so hello, and this should now work. Okay, So to get out of this, you can use quit and then a couple of those brackets, parentheses, and then you're out of it again. So now you can close. So we have Python installed now. Now to make the programming easier, we're gonna use the IDE called PyCharm. So I'm gonna click on this software that we earlier downloaded, and it should fire up in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. So this is a bigger software. This is a really big, but professionals use this software all the time. So we're just gonna use this. I think it should be fine. And we're going to use the community edition, which comes free of cost. So I'm just making sure that everything looks good here. Yeah. All right. So we're going to say next, PyCharm community edition. If you like to have a desktop shortcut, you can check there. Update path variable. So add bin folder to path. If you want to start PyCharm directly from the command line, then you can do this, but I don't really need to. Create associations, open as. I don't think that none of this is really necessary, so I'm going to hit next. So you can, I'd recommend leaving this option by default. So you really don't have to change any settings there. Just hit next basically and let this installation finish. I think this might take a little time, so I'm gonna pause the recording and try to figure out how to do that. Well, I don't think I will be able to. I don't know how to pause, so I'm just gonna let it finish. Ideally, I should be fast forwarding this bit, but I'm not a pro YouTuber, you know. So let's see. Oh, in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and download the next couple of pieces of software that we're gonna need. The first one is MySQL. Or maybe I'll make a separate video for this one. Yeah, don't worry about that one yet. Okay. Oh wow, that was really quick. Run PyCharm Community Edition. I'm just gonna select that and hit finish. Now we can take a look at PyCharm. Okay, so this is the agreement. I read really fast, so I just went through that and continue. Data sharing. Well, I'm gonna send anonymous statistics, you know, but you feel free to just ignore that or say no to that. Wow, I like this new colors. This is a different colors. That's great. Welcome to PyCharm. So take a quick onboarding tour. I do recommend you guys taking the tour. Start tour. It says 7 minutes. You know, get an idea of what PyCharm, what are the things that you can do with PyCharm. But I'm gonna just create a new project, which is very basic here. And what I'm gonna do is, I don't think I need to. Okay, well, fine. All right, so this says here, C uses Pranjal Patra. This is my home directory, and inside this, it's creating this Python projects directory. And in here, this is, I'm gonna change the name to Hello World, as the tradition, right? So we're gonna say Hello World. So we're gonna say, you don't have to do new environment using this every single time, but for this time, we'll just go ahead and leave this option as is, and it will create a new virtual environment. We'll talk about virtual environments in class, but inside this project folder. So I'm gonna hit create, and then I'm gonna show you the folders it creates. So I'm gonna open up my file explorer, and in here, if I go to my home directory, which is should be, where's my home directory? Desktop, nope, sorry. You see, let's go to users and Pranjal Patra. So this is my home directory, and in here you can see there's a PyCharm projects folder. So inside this folder, so it created this Hello World directory, you know, this whole project, and I'm going to double click on that, and as you can see, there are two items here. The first one is virtual environment that I was talking about, just got created, and then there is also this main file, which is this main.py file, which is also open here. So this main.py file is the actual code file, right? This is where we're gonna be writing our Python code, and this is just a boilerplate code. We can delete all this, and we can say print hello world, and save it, and maybe execute it as well. So if you see up here this display button, if you click on that, it should work like this, and it should give you the output of that one line of code that we just wrote. Okay, so that's if you can do this, so it just means that you have all the software that is required for your Python course, the Introduction to Programming course. And I'm going to end the video here, and probably going to create a separate video for the MySQL. Okay, so thank you for watching, and hope you guys are able to do this without any real troubles. Okay, cool. So let's see.